Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Quick look here again at Matic, seeing what's going on. This is awesome, actually, in a lot of ways. Came down to that level here, almost hit that support at 95 cents, and that is a very, very strong support level for us. So we'll take a look at that and the kind of the bigger picture, help understand where we're at. But we're traveling within the cloud right now. Technically a no buy zone, but we're getting closer to confirmation if we can close above that 102 mark. Okay, so again, I keep getting questions about what kind of confirmation we're looking for on this coin. We'll cover that a little more thoroughly here today, but the easy way to understand it is that we want to be above the cloud here, and that would put us in the 102 or plus range. Okay, so in a perfect world today, we're at 102 or higher on the daily candlestick close. So if you're new to the channel, just know I'm not a financial advisor. I do love teaching people to trade. Been trading and teaching for over 20 years now, and I can tell you it's been an awesome part of my life. So thank you again for being awesome parts of my life, of course, with you just being either a subscriber, member, etc. If you want to become a better trader, cryptocash.tech is a site where you can register for my trading university, and of course, an amazing Discord community. We have signals included as well for our premium plus groups. We took 32% from Chainlink in 5 hours yesterday for our swing trades, and ICP in 25% in 2 hours. That was a pretty nice, solid little trade there. And then, of course, Premium Plus, the list goes on here. We've got some BNB scalps, Litecoin scalps, and Solana. Matic is one of the trading pairs in here, but we didn't have any triggers yesterday for Matic. But again, we're hitting some nice little profits there. So again, cool stuff. Be sure to check that out. If you have questions, reach out to me through either the website. There's a questions section there, or of course just jumping over to Discord and get to know our community. Feel free to message me or direct message me. I'll never direct message you first, by the way, too. Quick little heads up, if you're part of our community, make sure you read our fraud prevention section. There's tons and tons, unfortunately, of scammers. They're going to try to troll you by saying how great they are as traders, and they're nothing but BS, and they're going to eventually try to earn your trust and act like they're me. There's a lot of different ways they do it, but I'll never DM you first. Be on the lookout for people that do that. Okay, so Matic, take a look here at Matic, 1 day time frame. Very, very important we recognize a few key factors. So again, when we talked about this yesterday, extremely important to recognize we're above all moving averages. Okay, so the daily time frame is looking pretty solid here. This coin is on the up and up. Okay, we are also seeing a stochastic divergence. It's the first time we're diverging. It's not a big deal. Typically the first time isn't a big deal. It's the second one you want to pay attention to. Not saying it's not a big deal, but it is something that's not super important. In other words, when you have like a double convergence or divergence, that's when the momentum really, really picks up. Okay, so again, you see this pretty big upswing here because of that. That's what I pay attention to. So with us swinging down a little bit there, still maintaining 70 on the RSI, really close to that, I'm not super concerned with that. Same thing here with the MACD. Even though we're plateaued, we are not diverging yet. Okay, so we haven't shifted momentum yet. I do feel that this 0.618, that 95 cent range, should be a pretty solid hold. Okay. That having been said, daily time frame looks pretty solid. We're above, again, all moving averages. Things are looking good. 4 hour time frame, similar scenario here too. We're testing the 20-day SMA. We have been for roughly 8 hours. That's just kind of a trend setter letting us know we're on the right side of tracks. We lose that, it's not the end of the world. The 50 is probably more important. And we're going to have this ascending trend that we want to probably just pay attention to. So I'll extend this out a little bit further just so we can kind of pay closer attention to it. Because again, we're still establishing higher lows and higher highs, running concurrent with most moving averages. We're going to see here soon if we can close above that or not. Okay, so again, not dire straits if we close below the 20 on the 4 hour. It's just kind of letting us know that we got to pay a little closer attention to this guy. Take a look at the stochastic RSI, swinging upwards as per usual. That's always a positive sign. I love when the money flow index is low and the RSI stays at 50. Okay, that's really, really good sign. So for the most part, as long as that can hold, and again, we can close somewhere in the range of 102 or higher, I think we're going to be in solid shape to see the price action continue up. Most of these indicators are telling us that the trend line and the trends are moving up, and there's very little working against us. Again, in every analysis, I'm trying to make sure I understand, what not to trade, or more importantly, I'm looking for reasons not to take a trade. And at this point, we don't have a tremendous amount of reasons not to take a long position just yet. But let's take a look at the hourly, though, and confirm a few things here, because this is where things do get fairly interesting. In fact, actually, we forgot to talk about this here, too. This is the liquidation levels. Apologize, I skipped right over that. We do have a lot of liquidation levels at 102 and 104. There's equally as much down at the 96 to 98 cent range. So just keep in mind the price literally could go either way based on this metric. But the key takeaway here is that a lot of times these upper liquidity levels, they happen to be swept more often than lower levels, just based on the fact that we're retesting this year's high, if you will, or the most recent highs. So my speculation is that these liquidity levels up here are more likely to be filled than the lower ones here. Mainly because we have this section here of volume. We're maintaining that right there at this sweet spot though. I mean, the truth is the price could go either way. And if you look at Ichimoku Cloud, it does tell us that we aren't confirmed above or below the cloud. Okay, so just say hypothetically in another 6 hours, the price goes up to here. We could have a consideration for a buy signal there, right? But that would be under the impression the lagging span is free and clear. And of course, conversion line's back above the baseline, which we don't see that yet. So to me, is this a confirming factor? No, but most everything else we've looked at so far tells us, yes, it's more likely to increase than decrease in the overall sense. So when I see all those things, I like to wait for confirmation, of course, but if I were to get in a little early, not recommending you do, but if I were to, I would consider a 50% position here and possibly another 50% here, just in case the price wicks down to fill that lower liquidity, and then you get an average price right about here. Okay. Hypothetically, does one of these, now you got nice, you're sitting pretty. That's another reason why we use multiple profit targets on our trades. Okay, so just give you a quick perspective if you're kind of curious. Like our ICB trade yesterday, for example, I provide 3 entry targets. Okay, a lot of our community, they'll just average the 2 out or just take 1 position. And then we also, of course, have multiple profit targets. You have to do that if you're trading. There's no reason to take a trade if you don't have a target in place. And I know what you're thinking. There's some times where you probably got lucky and you're up by like 1000x% on your 50x leverage trade and you're the bee's knees right now. Well, it doesn't always work out that way. I can just assure you it's never always going to do that. So if you don't take profit, you're never truly going to be profitable. That's really the bottom line. So the whole point of setting goals here is to achieve them, right? So if we don't set a goal, we don't know where we're going. We're just kind of shooting blinds. So again, just some friendly advice. Make sure you use more than 1 profit target at the very least. Average out of your position as you would averaging into it. Okay. Again, everyone has different strategies. Those are just strategies that work well for me in my swing trading. I'm a lot different trader when it comes to day trading. Okay, that's exactly why I have a day trading bot instead of manually watching the charts all day, because even though I analyze 40, 50 charts a day, I don't want to sit there and stare at the charts the whole time wondering how much more I'm going to make or how much I'm going to lose. That doesn't really work for me. I set it and forget it. Really, that's just the bottom line. All right, anyways, conversation for another day. I'm just trying to let you know that at this point, we don't have confirming factors, 100%, or at least the ones I look for, but we're getting close. Again, if the candlestick closes at 102 or higher today on the daily, that would be a natural closure above the cloud, and we'd be in pretty good shape to consider a long at that point. We're close, but not quite there. That's just my thoughts there. What are your thoughts? Comment below. Let us know. Love to hear your feedback. Also, be sure to check out our awesome exchange here. Thank you again, Bitunix, for a no VPN KYC exchange that allows our members to thrive and do very well. And I greatly appreciate that. Super happy it's working well for you. Okay, again, be sure to take advantage of that. Otherwise, have a great rest of your day. Thanks again for your time. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.